It's Miss Rita and today is investigation time. We are going to be investigating the property of all these rocks today. I'm so excited. Test number 1 is the scratch test. We will find out if all these rocks can be scratched with a pin. If it can be scratched with a pin, it will leave a mark behind. If it can't be scratched with a pin, it will leave no mark behind. Test number 2 is the rock porous. Porous means if the rock can be absorbed by water. So what we would do, add some water to that and we would test if the rock absorbs the water. Test number 3, do these rocks float? So for this test, we will grab the rock and we will place it in a container or a jug of water. And we will observe if the rock floats or if it sinks.
Use this sheet to tick off your predictions before we conduct the investigation. So think about each type of rock and decide whether it can be scratched, whether it will leave a mark, whether it's porous, meaning will water seep through, and if it's able to float.
Rock number 1, we have chalk. Can it be scratched with a pin and leave a mark? Let's observe, everyone. As you can see, I'm scratching the chalk and it is leaving a mark behind. The chalk is actually quite soft and I'm able to scratch it very easily, and you can see the chalk is crumbling. Now we have rock number 2, slate. Let's see if it leaves a mark when I scratch it. Here's my pin. You can see it leaves a mark, but you need to look very carefully. Rock number 3, sandstone. Let's observe if it leaves a mark when scratched with a pin. As you can see year 3, I'm scratching it and it is leaving a mark behind, but also the sandstone is crumbling. Rock number 4, we have granite. Let's observe if it leaves a mark when I use a pin to scratch it. Let's observe year 3. Oh no, this does not leave a mark when it is scratched with the pin. This is a very hard, strong rock. Rock number 5, marble. Let's observe to see if it leaves a mark when scratched with a pin. Let's have a look, year 3. Yes, it leaves a mark. If you have a look, the pin is scratching on the marble and it's leaving a very faint grey mark behind. Test 2, we will check if these rocks are porous. To make it a fair test, we need to make sure we are using the same amount of water. So today, I will be using 3 of these to test if these rocks are porous. Rock number 1, chalk. Let's test to see if this rock is porous. Remember, I am using 3 to observe. That's 1, 2, and 3. And as you can see, the rock has absorbed the water. It's porous, everyone. Now we have rock number 2, slate. Let's investigate year 3. It's 1. As you can see, the water is running off the slate. It is not absorbing through the rock. So the slate is not porous. We have rock number 3, sandstone. Let's observe if this rock is porous, guys. That's 1. As you can see, the rock is absorbing the water. It is porous. Number 4, granite. Let's observe to see if this rock is porous. Number 1. As you can see, this rock is not absorbing the water just yet. Again, the water is just running off the rock. And the final one, it has not absorbed the water, so granite is not porous. Now we have rock number 5, marble. Let's observe to see if this rock is porous. Oh, the water again is running off. It doesn't seem to be absorbing the water. Oh, actually, here 3, some water is coming through, but very slowly, as you can see. It seems to me that marble is porous and it does absorb water. Marble is porous. The final test for today is test 3. Do these rocks float when they are placed in a jug of water? Rock 1 is chalk. Let's see if it floats when placed in a jug of water. It doesn't float. Rock 2, slate. Let's observe if slate floats in water. Slate does not float in water, year 3. Rock number 3, sandstone. Let's see if sandstone floats in water. Straight to the bottom of the container, it does not float. Rock number 4, granite. Let's observe to see if granite floats in water. Straight to the bottom of the jug, it does not float. The final rock is rock 5, marble. Let's observe to see if marble floats in water. It doesn't float, year 3, straight to the bottom of the jug.
Go back to the keynote and look on the last slide, and you will see that there's some sentences where you can fill in the gaps, or you can use those sentences to write your own about what you found during the investigation. Make sure your handwriting is nice and neat and that you are presenting your learning the best way you can. Bye for now, until science next week.